Sometimes we, as women, this represents your power. Sometimes we as women, we put ourselves in situations where this represents your power. And because we are trying to get somebody to like us, we're trying to get somebody to reciprocate whatever it is that we're imparting into them, we will give them all of our being. This represents your power and your essence as a human being, as a woman, as a reflection of God's creation. You are God's creation. And there are some places on the inside of you that was only created for your creator. Okay? And I'm not saying this because somebody told me. I am saying this because I know, I have been there, I have done the work, and I'm still doing the work. Hear me good. When I was 18 years old, I will never forget. I was at Tuskegee University, and I wasn't a student there. I was hanging out with some friends, and I was at Tuskegee University with some friends, and I met my boo sugar at that time. Like, he would later, a few years later, would become my boo sugar, right? And then he was my boo sugar for some years, and I remember we were both doing well. We were working very good jobs, and I'm like, okay, this is the next step, right? We did what we were supposed to do. We went to college, we got a degree, we got the jobs. Now it's the next step. Now it's time to, get married and have children. And this is the person I want to do that with. But what I missed were all the signs, all the red flags. Hell, the whole damn fabric store. I missed it all because I was giving him my everything, my essence, my power as a woman. I gave him everything. But the red flags and the signs in the fabric store that I missed was the behavior that he reciprocated. See, I wanted my happily ever after. I didn't give a damn how he treated me, because he was a piece of man, and a piece of man was better than no man at all. Right? That was the mentality and the frequency that I was operating at. I was operating at that frequency in that level in my life and in my mind, that a piece of man was better than no man at all. Now, mind you, I am enacting behavior that I had saw growing up all of my life. See, it didn't matter how they treated you. The only thing that mattered is that he had he had the genitalia, he had a pulse, and he had a job. He had the genitalia, he had a pulse, and his ass had a job. It didn't matter how he treated you. It didn't matter how you feel, because you have to remember, I was acting on a frequency. I was behaving and I was living my life on a level in which I had saw growing up. It didn't matter how they treat you as long as you had a man, right? Well, what I had to learn with my boo sugar that we met at Tuskegee University, yeah, that one right there. What I had to realize, we both had to realize, is that I made a huge mistake, and I gave my everything to somebody I was not supposed to give that to. All of that I was giving him truly was not meant for him. And I will go so far as to say I missed the basics. You treat people how you want to be treated. You will know a tree by the fruit that it bears. He showed me who he was. He showed me that he could not be a good husband. He showed me that he could not be a good boyfriend. He showed me he could not be a good man to me, because he didn't care how I felt. And I will say this in his defense, he was young. He was young. He had a lot of his own demons that he was fighting. Right? And a lot of times us as women, we feel like we can heal somebody. We can shape them and form them into the image in which we want them to be. But sweetness, that's God's job. That is not our job as women to shape, mold, and fix and create and build a man into who we want them to be. He is who he is. And if he wants to be a better man, that is his choice. That is his job into coming into being a better person, a better human being, and a better man. I do believe sometimes we can be around people that can bring out the best in us. We can be around people who can bring out the worst in us as well. But I do believe that if a hurt person is not healed, he or she, whatever it is, whatever the genitalia is, he or she will lash out on those around them. And it don't matter how good you are to them. It doesn't matter how you treat them. If they are hurt and they are not healed, they would eventually lash out at you if they have not reached that level, if they have not gotten the healing and done the work. Now, I'm not saying that healing has an end, because I don't believe that healing has an end point for some people. I think that depending on the type of trauma, depending on your personality type, depending on how desperate, how bad you want the healing, how desperately you want to change. Because some people want to change, they don't know how to change. Some people want to be better, but they are not willing to do the work. They don't know where to start, and all this extra good jazz. As I said in my previous video, if you want the healing, if you want to be a better person, if you want to do better, seek out the healing. But what we as women have to stop doing, you have to stop giving the essence of who you are, the essence of your being, to a relationship. You can't. There are some places on the inside of you that man wouldn't create. You can't put his hind parts. You can't put his asphalt on. You can't do that. And I'm not saying that because the man might not be a good man. I'm saying that because the man is human and he was never designed to be in that portion of your soul, and you're centering him. There is a place that is created only for God. And I'm not saying that I think you should love his socks off, especially if he is a good man. What they said, Samantha, he's a good man. Samantha, he's a good man. I think you should love his socks off. But going forward, I know for myself, I need for whoever that I am going to be with, there's a place inside of me that you cannot have. I will love you down. Let me love you down. My bad. I'm sorry. I sang with every analogy, or either I'll do a movie. But there are some places inside of myself he ain't gonna be able to get to. And that's okay. And he need to be okay with that. Because I want there to be a place within him. I can't have a seat at that table, because I need for him to be God-centered. Because I know if there's a place in him that I can't get to because God is in charge, God is leading him, he gonna know how to treat me as his woman. And I'm not saying he won't get it wrong. I'm not saying that he won't be a jerk. He got God guiding him. He will have a level of conviction because he has the Spirit of God on the inside of him that is leading him. Now, that's just my own beliefs. I've seen it. I've seen it, right? And so, I know that this video has been all over the place, and I want to encourage you to get the healing that it is that you need to get. And sometimes getting that healing can be unlearning or relearning how to exist in this world as an individual, as a woman. If you can get the healing that you deserve or the healing that you desire, you can give love, and guess what? You can better yet receive that love, okay? I'm going to go ahead and get off, and I hope to see you all in the next video. I'll talk to y'all later. Don't forget to subscribe. All right.